In this video, we are going to see the different ChatGPT plans, the most common ones. We will look at three options. One is to use ChatGPT without even having an account. We have the option to use ChatGPT with a free account, and then we have the option to use ChatGPT with a plus plan. There are two more advanced options, which are Teams and Enterprise. They are really for users, a bit more advanced. And really, with the three options I'm going to tell you about, it will cover the vast majority of users. Alright, we start with the option to use ChatGPT without even having an account. We simply type ChatGPT.com in the browser, and it will show us something like this. Eventually, another screen might appear where you would need to click "Try it first," written as I show you here. And it will take you to this screen here. With this option, we have access to the Photo Mini model, which is one of the latest models of ChatGPT, but it is not the most advanced, and it can be useful for very simple tasks, and especially for not having to share our data. We can make, for example, this type of request. Could you recommend a restaurant to me? The Litano, Madrid. We can ask this. And well, here it will give us several options. For a very simple request, this model could be more than enough. By clicking here, we will have the option to copy this text, if for example we wanted to send it to someone. But this model is really very limited, among other things, because we won't be able to make great use of it, and also because these messages, these chats, will be deleted. After closing the screen, if another day we want to resume the conversation, this conversation will have vanished, and we will have to write it again from the beginning. An option that is much better is the option to create an account. Simply what we are going to do, if I return here, is to go here to sign up. So here I give you my email address and then the password, and I create the account or simply link this ChatGPT account with an existing account I have from Google, Microsoft, or Apple. Once we have that done, something like this will appear. It's a new account I created a few minutes ago. And here we see that we already have more options. We have this command line again to make requests. Here we see the option to upload files. This is interesting. If we want, for example, to analyze an Excel spreadsheet, if we want to analyze a PDF, a text document, an image, etc., we can do that with this option, having a free account. And as we can see, we also have access to a conversation history. For example, this is a request I made at another time, where I asked if it could tell me where to find fresh fish in Madrid. So it gave me the answer. This message is saved here, and I even have the option here where it says share, to share it. If we say here to update the link, it will have us a link we can share with someone else, so they can see the same conversation we've had. This can also be renamed. Here we could give it another name if we wanted, although I like the one it has, and we would have the option to also delete it, but if we are interested in keeping the conversation history, we will have it here. Then there's another option, which is exploring GPT, which are chats already trained for a specific field, but this is a bit more advanced, and we can look at it in another video. If you're interested, leave me a comment below, and I can record a video. Seeing all this about GPT is much deeper. But for now, I can tell you that we cannot create these GPTs with a free account, but we can use them. If someone has created a GPT and gives us access, we could use that trained chat. However, the advantage this plan has over the other option 50 is that we can save, for example, conversations, but it is not enough if we want to use it intensively as this free plan is quite limited, it allows us to use up to 5 conversations. Although we have access to the most premium model, let's say the most advanced model from OpenAI, which is the 4.0, whereas with the option of not having an account, only the 4.0 mini, even having access to this model is quite limited. Thus, it might interest us, especially if we are going to make very intense use, and especially if it's for professional purposes, for our work, for our business. If we are going to use it very frequently in our day-to-day activities, I would absolutely recommend upgrading to the Plus plan. If we go here, let's see that it tells us that this is the free plan I have right now, with which I can do some things. I can use this model 4.0, but in a limited way. I can use these personalized GPTs, which, as I say, we will talk about in another video if you are interested. But I would absolutely recommend the Plus plan, because with the Plus plan you will be able to access a couple of models that are quite recent, such as the O1 Preview and the O1 Mini. They have another way of thinking, another way of reasoning. I can tell you about it in another video if you wish. It has a considerably higher usage limit than the free plan. We can also use all these data analysis, documents, and more with much more intensity. And basically, those are the functionalities it has. If we go to a Plus plan, like I have my own, we will see that here we have access to various models. We have the 4.0. As I said, it's the most powerful. We also have access to this 2 that, as I mentioned, I can discuss in another video. Or eventually, we have these previous plans, the 4 mini or the 4. And here, likewise, we can enter our requests in the command line. But as I said, quite a few more requests. We also have the option to create these GPTs I mentioned. As I said, we will handle it in another video. We also have the option to attach files, and we can also search the internet. If, for example, we wanted to search for something about Shornstone, let's say, and we have this option activated, it will give us the possibility to do a search, as if we were on Google. Then search for information about this person. Then, in summary, the first plan 50 gives us very limited access to ChatGPT, but for very sporadic use it could suffice, and for very simple tasks that do not require of great reasoning. With a free account, we will use the most advanced model, which allows us to do more advanced things. We will be able to attach files, our conversations will be saved. We can also share these conversations with other people. We can use these GPTs I mentioned, created by other people, but the usage will be quite limited. And on the other hand, we have the Plus plan, with which we will be able to create this GPT. We will be able to use it more intensively, especially for professional purposes. The Plus plan may interest us a lot. As you've seen before, it costs just $20 a month, and I would totally recommend it if you are that type of profile. If you are a person who is going to use GPT frequently, I would absolutely recommend the Plus plan, because if not, it's very likely that with a free account, on many days, you'll find you reach that limit and the tool itself will block you for a few hours, and you won't be able to use ChatGPT anymore. So these are the 3 most common options. I hope you liked the video. If you have any comments, leave them below, and we'll see each other in the next video.